My name is Anindito Mukherjee. I'm an independent photographer based out of New Delhi, India, and I shoot for Bloomberg. I was covering mass cremations. The second wave hit us really hard. The hospitals were overwhelmed and there were many casualties. There was a rooftop from where I used to shoot top angle shots of the funeral pyres, and there were a lot of clothes, discarded clothes, and the pile started growing. One day I asked one of the priests who was also taking a break about those clothes, and he mentioned that those clothes belonged to the deceased. So my first question was, the bodies are being brought in a white shroud. How are those coming with the bodies? He answered that people were dying not just in hospitals but also in temporary setups. And the relatives were discarding whatever bed sheets or shirts or whatever piece of clothing belonged to the patients. I decided to stay back and do some low light shots. In the background there is a hint of flames from the leftover pyres. Honestly speaking, I was also overwhelmed, as was everyone. It is not every day that we come across a place where there are 50 pyres burned. It happened when there are natural disasters like earthquakes and stuff. But this is something that could have been controlled. These people were dead because of a disease and others waiting for their turn. I had lost my parents at a very young age, and I remember going to the crematoriums, and I'm sure it's not easy. So I myself never ventured too close to the grieving relatives so that they could have their own space, and try to portray the massiveness of this situation as subtly and artistically, if I may. We had to be very, very, very careful and have respect for the people who came there. I would prefer my images to pass the test of time. So a photograph that should provoke attention and interest of a viewer, maybe if he sees it on a magazine cover or any place, it would be the best reward for me if he or she would explore it further. It's a part of history. This is not going to happen ever again, and we hope it doesn't.